Welcome to the Fasting Podcast featuring wellness and optimal weight. Wow, our favorite word. Join our co-hosts Julie Phillips, myself, and Kimberly Jansen, both certified natural health professionals for over 2 decades each. In the weekly episodes, you'll discover simplified approaches, little-known facts, insights from the wellness coach perspective, valuable tips, and amazing wellness tools and technologies. And now, on to the show. This is episode 14, the fasting mimicking approach. The fasting mimicking approach is backed by an impressive 15 years of intensive study sponsored by the National Institute of Health, the NIH, or the government. It's a program where you're actually eating food, but trying to achieve the beneficial effects of the extended water fast we talked about in the previous episode 13. Where we talked about superpowers of the extended water fast. But in this approach, the goals were minimizing the risks associated with water-only fast. For example, people that were on blood sugar and blood pressure meds. Secondly, allowing at-home use instead of in a clinic. And third, encouraging doctors to endorse this along with standard care. So it's a 5-day box of special foods that you eat, only one 5-day time frame in a month. And in the study, they did 3 months in a row. So 5 days with special soups, bars, crackers, teas, olives, a drink, algae oil, and their supplements. And the good news is they actually use natural whole food ingredients, plant-based with a little honey. All the food for each day is eaten in any sequence at any time of day. You could literally eat the whole box at once, or you could eat starting early in the morning and eat throughout the day until you're done. Calories for the day, approximately 1,100 on the first day and about 770 for days 2, 3, 4, and 5. While the participants in the study were eating out of the box for 5 days in 3 consecutive months, the rest of the month, which is about 25 days, is eating what they choose for content and timing. So they're not being restricted to eating certain hours or certain foods. They're just told to taper in that first day after they're done with the box into regular eating. But they found that there's an effect where the appetite seems to improve and the choices seem to be better. Since the study, doctors suggest 1, 2, 3, up to 12 times per year for a given person, offering a free consult by phone with a nurse practitioner or dietitian. Kim, tell us about the results of the 90-day study.
Clinical study shows this approach has been shown to help a decrease in weight and body fat, stem cell generation, maintain glucose at healthy levels, maintain CRP at healthy levels. And CRP is the C-reactive protein, which is the indicator of cardiac inflammation and the risk of stroke and artery disease. Maintain triglyceride levels, maintain blood pressure at healthy levels, maintain lean body mass, and also decreasing the IGF-1, which is the insulin-like growth factor hormone, which is the undesirable aging marker. Also maintaining insulin resistance and sensitivity at healthy levels, maintain cholesterol at healthy levels, and decrease in visceral fat. The visceral fat is fat around the organs, and I'm sure most of you have heard like fatty liver. Now, who can do this? Healthy adults ages 18 to 70, all people with health challenges or outside of that age range, or pregnant or nursing, or very thin, someone with eating disorders, should check with healthcare professionals first. Expectations for the plan. Day 1, the body is primed to enter a fasting state, which can promote metabolic balance and rejuvenation from within. Day 2, the body switches to fat burning while preserving muscle mass and cellular cleanup, also known as autophagy. That begins this cleanup of aging and damaged cells. Day 3, the cellular cleanup continues, and many people reach a degree of the fat-burning metabolic state known as ketosis, which can also curb hunger. Day 4, stem cell-based regeneration is ramping up, promoting the natural process of rejuvenation throughout the body. And day 5, The cellular renewal and rejuvenation continues, promoting a reset of your body and mind to help enhance overall health, with stem cell continuing up to 5 more days.
By studying and experiencing this fasting mimicking approach, we were able to draw some very major conclusions that conflicted with a lot of the teachers out there in the public and on the internet. Contrary to what many people teach as facts, this approach proves that you can get your body into ketosis, autophagy, and stem cell rejuvenation without requiring a pure water fast or a strict ketogenic diet or even time-restricted eating. Some teachers say don't eat a multivitamin when you're doing an extended water fast, yet this program requires eating substantial calories and substantial carbohydrates and a decent amount of protein. The benefits of a pure water fast can definitely expedite and exceed this approach, but in reality, when this program was started, the study started with water only, and 90% of the people dropped out on day 2 because they couldn't handle the cold turkey approach. We teach you that if you want the health benefits of a pure water fast, it's best to work up to it. And this program measured different hormones like the insulin growth like factor 1, IGF-1, like Kim was talking about, but it did not measure human growth hormone. And if you recall from our previous episode, the pure water fast has been measured with substantial increase in human growth hormone after the first 24 hours. And human growth hormone, or HGH, is the youthfulness hormone that can help us to preserve muscle and bone, for example. The plan is a viable plant-based option for people to consider, especially if you say, I'm not willing to work up to an extended water fast. If I don't want to do an organic veggie juice fast or even intermittent fasting, this is a plan maybe you could wrap your head around and get started. And maybe if you did this plan, you would be able to now more easily get into more challenging things like the pure water fast. So it's totally up to you. What speaks to you is your choice. But we really like that they did use the natural plant-based ingredients, and we did negotiate a discount for our podcast listeners, and it's on the website. So this one, if you use this plan, we recommend you consider our suggestions on timings, tips, and tools for the other 25 days of the month, other than the 5 days. For example, our homeopathic weight and wellness drops, under the tongue, and they have an eating plan, plus the digestive gut aid with the enzymes and probiotics. These are phenomenal tools that even if you choose this option. Now, this program is not going to speak to everyone, of course, and people are going to want to work their way up to other things like the extended water fast, perhaps, for big health changes. So if the other options are really where you want to go, if you're focusing on key goal of autophagy at any given time, then some people say don't do any protein because it can shut down autophagy. Well, what we learned from this program is we feel confident now that 15 grams of pure plant-based protein per day will safely keep us in autophagy. And this program also taught us that it's really important to think about the refeeding time after the fast, because those stem cells, you remember, can keep on working, becoming whatever they need to be for up to 5 days after this program. So we think it's really important that you learn the things from episode 9 and 10 that we've already done about the importance of high quality protein, because the body needs good protein to do the repair and rebuild and maintaining. Ketogenic diet advocates also often promote a really extremely low amount of net carbohydrates. Some say 5 to 10% carbohydrates. Some say less than 20 grams of carbohydrates per day. Well, we learned by how many they use in this program that it doesn't have to be anywhere near that super strict. So more people now can benefit by what we learned in this program, whether you ever do it or not. So you can still get benefits and get into ketosis without having to go to the extreme. So to me, that's going to help more people. My personal experience, I was actually very impressed when I did the 5-day eating, and I measured using tools from our website that I was with a breath meter in excellent ketosis. Given the number of carbs, I was pretty surprised. And I used the glucose ketone index with the drop of blood that I pricked my own finger and had phenomenal GKI results. And I had continued results that pleased me after the 5 days was over. And the food itself was acceptable in both satiety, or how it filled me up, and taste, although it's definitely different than regular soups, crackers, and bars. Expectations are important. So don't expect that these are going to be like the kinds of normal things that you're used to eating. They're specially designed. So overall, I was very impressed and learned a tremendous amount that blows away a lot of the misinformation being taught out there in the industry. Don't miss our next episode 15 on useful fasting and wow tools. It is going to be fun and informative.
This concludes today's episode. Possible next steps would be to catch up on any previous episodes you've missed, refer us to others, and of course, check out our website, www.thefastingpodcastwow.com. You can also watch our Wellness and Optimal Weight video, our WOW video, at www.lifeboatdoctors.com. For all you podcasters, please leave us a 5-star on iTunes, and YouTubers, like this video and subscribe. Remember to stay positive, focused, and determined, because where the mind goes, energy flows.